RaptorScope watchers? It's me again, A-Dubs. We're here to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers game. The Raptors won this game 121-112, and this puts us at 5 wins in a row and 9 out of our last 10 games. That's a really good record. We're doing really well. A lot of these teams have been short-handed, so let's not get too excited about this, but we can get a little excited. The Raptors are definitely doing a lot better than a lot of people would expect, especially with such a terrible schedule. We've barely had any games at home. I think 5 games at home, but that includes our last game, which was not even really a home game. We just came home and then left right after. We're back in Philly. Not that Philly's too far or anything, but calling games like that home games are really a stretch. The Sixers aren't really short-handed, but they aren't really a strong team right now. They're missing their center Joel Embiid. He's been in and out with injury, and basically he'll be in and out with injury most of the season because his injuries have just gotten that severe. His career looks like it may be coming to an end, but they still have him on the team, just not tonight. Let me get into which matchups we'll be doing today. We'll be starting with Jakob Poeltl versus Andre Drummond. Then we'll move on to RJ Barrett versus Tyrese Maxey. Then we'll end off with RJ Barrett versus VJ Edgecombe. A little RJ versus VJ action. Wait, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway. So starting with Jakob Poeltl versus Andre Drummond. Jakob made 8 of 10 shots for 19 points on 80% shooting. That's really good as usual. Jakob's hitting most of his shots. He didn't shoot any 3-pointers, but after those 19 points, he had 8 rebounds, 1 stock in the form of a steal, 4 assists, 1 turnover, assist to turnover ratio, awesome. He is known for assists in his time on the Spurs and in the past on the Raptors, so this is not unknown or unheard of. He only had 1 turnover, which made his assist to turnover ratio great. I saw him doing a bit of those volleyball passes back and forth with Scotty. That's becoming a thing, and it looks good. It looks good. That's some nice little chemistry going on between Scotty Barnes and Jakob Poeltl. Moving on to Andre Drummond, who shot pretty well as well. He's apparently shooting 40% from 3 this season. He had 10 points, 12 rebounds for a double-double, 2 stocks in the form of steals. If you ask me, at the end of the game, those steals were both fouls, but they weren't called. He had an assist to turnover ratio of -3. I don't even know what to call it. He had 3 turnovers and no assists, so that's awful, and was probably the reason for a couple of the extra possessions that the Raptors had. This wasn't an extremely close game, but it did get close at some points. Philly had a comeback late in the game, partly brought on by these couple steals by Drummond, but the Raptors showed some wisdom and poise at their end of the game, which helped them seal the victory. The plus-minus between these players is even, as you can see. It looks like Jakob did his job against Drummond. Not too lopsided, but definitely leaning in Jakob's favor, especially with that field goal percentage. The points, just generally a better line. So I'm going to give this matchup to Jakob. Moving on to the next matchup, Immanuel Quickley versus Tyrese Maxey, which is a big matchup actually. Quickley did very well today, putting up a solid performance and basically erasing Quickley's solid performance. So starting with Immanuel Quickley. Quickley hit 7 of 15 shots for 18 points on 46.7% shooting. He hit 4 3-pointers. He had 5 rebounds, an assist to turnover ratio of 6-1. So that's great. You want your point guard to get lots of assists and not give up the ball. Quickley's known for not giving up the ball. He's taking care of the ball as a Raptor. Even before that, he was not a high turnover guard, and we have to appreciate that. Also, sorry, I don't want to skip over the 3 stocks, which I basically did. He had 3 steals this game, which is a strong performance on defense. Now, although the numbers are pretty similar, there is something deceptive about this matchup. I'll go through Tyrese Maxey's numbers and then I'll get to that. Maxey hit 8 of 14 shots for a pretty good shooting percentage of .571 for 24 points. He hit 5 3-pointers, 2 rebounds, and 4 stocks, 3 steals and a block. He was playing just as much defense as Quickley as usual. He is a star and he will play both sides of the court. Now, the deceptive thing about this matchup is that Maxey did have an assist to turnover ratio of 3, but that comes with 9 assists, meaning that he had 3 turnovers. Now, 9 assists is great. You're going to get at least 18 points out of those assists, but 3 turnovers, you can get 9 points out of those turnovers. More so, you turn over the ball that much, you're creating too much to make up for. Sometimes that could change the momentum of a game. Things like that definitely are detrimental to your team, especially when you are the main ball handler. I'm going to say Immanuel Quickley definitely represented this game. He didn't make as many mistakes as Maxey, and that proved to be the difference difference in this matchup. It's very even, but those 3 turnovers, I'm biased. I tell you all the time, I'm going to give it to Emmanuel quickly, especially since there's only so much you could do against a superstar like Maxey. He performs well every night. Muting his performance by having an equally good performance is one of the only ways you can stop him. Good performance by Emmanuel quickly, and I'd like to see a lot more of that, especially the no fear behind the 3-point line. He hit some daggers late in the game that definitely put the Raptors ahead and kept them there. Now for the last and final matchup, RJ Barrett, who in my opinion has been struggling just a little bit with his open shots and his 3-point shot, against VJ Edgecombe. As I said earlier, a little RJ versus VJ action. Not so sure how I feel about how that sounds, but it's all good, whatever. So starting with RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett hit 6 of 12 shots for 22 points on 50% shooting. He also hit 8 of 9 free throws, which is also pretty impressive. He had 3 rebounds, 0 stocks, and an assist to turnover ratio of 4 to no turnovers, which is also pretty impressive. When you don't make mistakes, when you take care of the ball, you're really doing a lot more than it seems to help your team be successful. Kudos to RJ on not having any turnovers and contributing 4 assists. His plus minus was a +7. This is another situation where the other matchup will tell the tale of why I believe RJ won this, and the deceptive reasons why. You look at VJ's line and it looks pretty good. He scored a lot. He has a lot of good defensive stats, but at the same time, the mistakes you can see may have cost him. Let's start with the stats. He shot 8 of 20 shots. It's not the worst in the world, but it's not the best. 40% shooting, 21 points, only 1 of 6 3-pointers, and that took down his field goal percentage. That probably hurt them a bit, especially compared to RJ shooting. VJ had 6 rebounds and 5 stocks. Wow. VJ is a rookie and he is pretty active on the defensive end. He's pretty agile and he'll be out there shooting the gaps, trying to steal the ball and catching centers on the weak side by surprise to get the block. So that's probably what all that activity is, and he is known for that, so it's not a surprise. Unfortunately, it didn't do enough to impact the game. Let's talk about something that might have, though. VJ Edgecombe had 4 assists and also 4 turnovers, an assist to turnover ratio of 1. Now again, deceptive because it's just a simple 1. It's nothing too terrible looking, but at the same time, when you turn the ball over 4 times, things like team momentum, depending on when it happens in the game, when the other team gets too many fast breaks, it can break down your team's morale. And I'm gonna say, because I witnessed during the game, that it definitely led to a couple of the Raptors fast breaks and the Raptors gaining some momentum. So it's another win for the Raptors. I want to shout out RJ Barrett for playing a bit extra mature tonight. He'd been missing some shots and it seemed like he'd been getting a little bit flustered about it. Tonight it seemed like he got a few easy shots early and he made that lead him into a nice rhythm. And the 8 of 9 free throws, that definitely helped. When you get fouled on your shots and the other team is not allowing you to get to the basket and score, that's definitely a nice consolation, but you got to hit the shots. Hitting 8 of those 9 shots is definitely something nice for the opposing teams to see when they're looking at our scouting report. They know they can't foul us and get away with it. We're gonna hit our free throws. Anyways, Raptor fans, RaptorScope watchers, it's another game, another dollar. We win again. We've won 9 of our last 10 games. The Raptors are doing good, just like I thought they would this season, and sky's the limit. So good job, Raptors. Let's keep up the good work. Peace out.